Summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And he returns this to the 22. Good move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
There's Beckham. Great grab. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sione Takitaki showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Army. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the pass.
Now Kaepernick. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Open man here, Schwartz complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. They'll run with Chubb. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a run.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown. Down by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Like 4.
Now, Kaepernick again. And he's got this to Jefferson. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A give. This is Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chaz Surratt in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings. Third down. Mayfield now. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Kaepernick. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Antonio Brown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 27, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Oh, look at the juke. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Kaepernick. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And this is Cook with the grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, There's another one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. At 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there to see if they can build on that stuff. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll make it 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. Cook able to escape. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw, it's Kaepernick. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney. Everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. Gets around him. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Watch 9, watch 9.
Hey, 91.
To throw, Kaepernick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Greg Newsome.
And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach who told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 28. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 28. You run. Hey, number 28, Mike.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go play action. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with...
They got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big-body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Handoff comes to Chubb. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. To throw, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a pass hauled in downfield.
Ain't doing nothing.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Browns 35, Vikings 21.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
You got 3.
Now Kaepernick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and he is all the way up past the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 74 yards. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got, If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Kaepernick will try again on second down. That's complete. It's Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard.
To throw is Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well,
against the Detroit Lions.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, we not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another pray to God and in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. JoJo Natson now on the return.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Mayfield now. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on the game's opening play. A first down throw for Mayfield.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. 7 yards the pickup there. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 29 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a first and 10
Just shy of the 30.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake, staying on his feet. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Mickens to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb uses the stiff arm. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 26, and a conversion there as well on 4th down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of
touchdown! That's caught. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper. And the Browns add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now a play fake. Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. He's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And
on the next-gen stats, we see that he traveled better than 50 yards after that initial contact was made.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Johnson now returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught by Hooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Caught on the slant. 1st down, Cleveland. Mayfield to Beckham. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb has as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
45, Mike, 45.
The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game, but as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
This is JoJo Natson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 101 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time. Chubb will get the call running left. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Go for a Cleveland first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Man open left side is Brown. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
A gain of 3, second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he's got it. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Fournette, touchdown, Buccaneers. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. To return it, it's Nansen. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. 132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And again, it's Chubb, able to push his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give. This is Chubb.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. The old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mayfield to throw it this time. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught with McKinney taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.